ahead and turn it over to our presenter, Megan Henning. And thank you so much, Megan, for being with us. We are so happy to have you and excited to hear the things that you can share with us regarding essential oils.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you all for coming on this afternoon just to learn a little bit more. Again, as Stephanie said, feel free to ask questions either in the chat or I'll just make sure that there's enough room at the end for any questions that you may have. So briefly, my family and I have been using essential oils for almost 7 years now. I was working for the city of Redlands at the time I had our first kid, and they asked me to come back at 6 weeks, and I just was not, my husband and I just decided it was not the time to do that. And so I decided to submit my resignation. I bought my essential oil kit the next day and just forged ahead with a new way of helping with my family's health, how we dealt with the things that we deal in life, and also a new way of providing an income for my family. So, and fortunately it has worked out, and we are still here almost 7 years later, using them on a daily basis, and especially thankful for everything that I have them as an outlet with everything that's been happening this year. So again, that's just a brief summary of who I am and how my family got into essential oils. And so now it's 1 o'clock. I just want to do a quick breathing exercise before we go into the rest of the presentation. So, I can't see any of you, but if you can just take a few minutes, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and just think of a happy smell. Maybe it's a bright, sunny lemon, a citrus that you have, or maybe it's something that you just baked with your family recently that had vanilla in it. Again, I just want to have that image in your mind, take a few deep breaths, and then just kind of focus on how you feel after this. So let's go ahead, just take a few seconds to do this. Okay, so hopefully with having that image or that smell in your head, you just felt a little bit more calmer. And here's why. When our sense of smell is the only of the 5 senses that is directly connected to the emotional centers in our brain. So that's why, say you, like I said, I talked about a lemon, you might have had like a happy scent, happy feel if you remember that lemon, or maybe you had lavender in mind and you felt a little bit more calmer. Having the sense of smell directly connected to the emotional centers of our brain is one of the most powerful ways that essential oils can bring peace and calm into your family. And then, so like I said, I just wanted to go with that. And then now I'm going to kind of talk about, maybe you haven't tried essential oils, or maybe you've heard of a few companies out there, but I just want to highlight a few of the things that you should be looking for in your essential oil company. Just like if I was going to look for a realtor, I might interview a couple of them and see what is the best fit for my family. So first, you want to ask the essential oil company, can I come visit your farms? Can I see your process? Can I see how you plant the plants? Can I see how you collect the plant material? Can you show me the distillery after you've collected all the plant material? Can you show me the distillery of how my essential oils are going to come out of there? Another question you might want to ask the essential oil company that you're considering is, do you test batch, or do you do a third party that tests all of your essential oils? What do you do with the essential oils that don't meet the high standard that your company has set? Another question you might want to ask is, can I just come, like I said, come see the entire process from start to finish? If essential oil has nothing to hide, then it should be completely open. And why I highlight the process is If you have a high quality process in how the plants are grown, how are they taken care of, how they're cultivated, and how they're distilled, then you're going to have high quality oils. So again, those are just a few of the questions that you might want to interview or ask of the essential oil company of one that you are going to consider. So then how do you cultivate peace and calm? So I would just kind of run through a quick day of how, of different key parts of the day and how you can use your essential oils. But before I do that, I want to just talk about the 3 ways that you can use essential oils. First is topically. So I grab my essential oil. I just put, say, a few drops on my wrist. That's topical. I have put it on my skin. It is going to go into my bloodstream and it's going to be circulated throughout my body. Another way that you could use it topically is I could take the essential oils into the palm of my hand, give myself a quick back or neck massage. Maybe I really need an energy boost. I might want to put it on like the crown of my head. Anywhere that you're topically going to do it, put it, that would be the topical application. Another other way is, you can see back there, that's my diffuser right there. So we call it aromatically. Whether you put it in through a diffuser, or maybe again, I take an essential oil, I put it in the palm of my hand. So that is also topical, but then I'm going to make like an aroma tent in front of my nose. I'm just going to take my palms of my hand and cup it and put it in front of my nose and take a few deep breaths. The last way is, if the essential oil company that you have decided to go with has a high enough quality oil where it can be taken internally and the company says it is safe to be taken internally, then you can take the essential oils each internally. Whether maybe I make myself a cup of tea and I put a few drops of orange or even lemon in it, or grapefruit. Maybe you can even bake with your essential oils. Again, if they are of a high enough quality and the company has said, yes, these are safe to consume internally. So again, those are the 3 ways. And now I'm going to go through just kind of how you might go through about your day and bring peace and calm by using your essential oils. So you wake up in the morning. If you ever heard of the morning sets the mood, then you know how important your morning routine is to have a better quality of day. If you wake up rushed, already stressed, kind of running around, trying to put things together, that might set the tone for the rest of your day. But say you decide to wake up a few minutes earlier than the rest of your family, you grab your favorite morning oil, say maybe frankincense. You put some of it on topically, you do a quick aroma tent, take a few deep breaths, and then maybe make even intentions about what you want your day to be. You say you want to be productive. You want to have a low stress day. Those are just a few of the ways that you could kind of start your morning. And then another way that I always recommend, one of the first things I always do in the morning is I will come out here and I will put that diffuser on. Whether maybe I pop in peppermint because we all need a little extra pep in our step, or maybe just kind of a calming oil. There's one that I really love called Valor. But I intentionally set the type of day that I want to have by selecting the oils. And then I just go about my day, kind of making sure that anytime maybe I continue to grab for frankincense the rest of the morning, always kind of remembering the type of intention that I set in that morning with that selected oil. Again, if I'm going to remember the oil, a lot of the time it's going to be associated with the smell that I have. So if I think about if I remember smelling the frankincense and the emotion that I had created with it, that I wanted to have a productive day, I wanted to have a stress-free day, and I know those aren't, completely available all the time to us, but you just a lower stress day. But if I keep remembering this oil, then I've kind of set my mood for the day. Okay, so then you flow through your morning, you're helping your kids at home, doing what they need to do, maybe get on their Zoom schools. And then maybe you see one of your kids they're kind of having a rougher day. We all have them. Make sure you grab the oil. Anytime that you see maybe some emotions getting heightened, some frustrations coming up, the best thing that I always recommend is take the time to right then to take care of those emotions instead of letting them build up until you just feel so frustrated you can't express yourself, or it's always good to just take care of those emotions that you have right there with the essential oils. Okay, so we've gone kind of through the morning routine, you've had lunch, and then you have the afternoon, and maybe you've gotten to the point where the day where things have kind of just piled up. That is another great time to just take a quick breather. Maybe you want to write, maybe you take out your gratitude oil and you write a list of all the things that you're grateful for that day while you're smelling the gratitude oil. Or you do need a stress relief. You grab your stress relief oil. Again, you put it on topically. Maybe you pop it in that one in the diffuser right there, or maybe you even you wore some diffuser jewelry that day. So you say you have a necklace that has like a volcanic rock in it, or maybe some diffuser earrings. You pop put a few drops of your chosen oil onto that. So then it's just the aroma of that oil is just constantly surrounding you, helping you to just get a better handle on your day and help cultivate some peace and calm in your day. So then there's that afternoon session. Maybe again, like I said, I talked about earlier, you put some oils on topically. Maybe you need to give yourself a little back or neck massage to just kind of help drop those shoulders, not carry so much weight on your shoulders up there. Just kind of give your body the stress relief that it needs with essential oils to carry on through the rest of the day. So then say you get to the dinner rush, everybody's getting what they need to get done to kind of wrap up for the day. Finally, the kids are off to bed. What do? Do you plop on the couch? Do you say, oh, I'm just so thankful this day is done? Or do you spend a few minutes going through your day, focusing on the things even writing down things that you were successful that day, saying, you know what, I accomplished this today, I accomplished this today. And while you're writing those things, grab one of your favorite oils, sniff it, put it on, so that you're just very intentional about creating the type of day that you want to have, and incorporating essential oils throughout the day. Again, another way, maybe it's at the end of the day, you decide another way. One of my favorite ways you could use your essential oils is in a bath. So you grab your Epsom salts, because you can't put essential oils directly in the bath. You need you need some sort of carrier into the water. So you grab your essential oil, you grab your Epsom salt, you put your selected essential oil in it. Again, maybe it's a calming one like like lavender, valor, even frankincense. Put a few drops and the Epsom salt, put it in the water, and then you kind of just let the oils just soak away all that you had to handle today, or any extra stress or tension, just so you can fully relax. And then if you need a little bit more before you go to bed, I love to just pop in essential oils into the diffuser to help me go to sleep. So that's kind of just a few, like I said, I just wanted to run through how you can use essential oils throughout your day to make sure that tensions are not so high, that you can get a better handle on emotions. And yeah, we all have them. But the way I am, like I said, I'm very thankful to have had oils, especially with this year. And just have the tools that are readily available, that are found in plants, that are the most pure form and concentrated form of the plant. And a few other tips that I thought of to just help you have your oils available with you all day is always carry them. This is my bag. People kind of know that I always have my turquoise bag with me everywhere I go. And it's just full of my oils. That way I can always have the access to them wherever we are. I don't have to say, oh shoot, I left it at home. Because like one of the last things one of my kids always need, like we seem to be out at a restaurant, or when restaurants were open, and they might get a stomach ache, or so I always have that digest oil, or I have a tummy oil, because it's not really so much fun to be out with someone when they're having tummy troubles at a restaurant. So if having the oils with me on hand all the time, and then things just pop up at the day, I always have my toolkit, which I like to call my oils. Another thing I like to do is have my oils out all the time. I have them, I just have bottles. I have a rack over here. I have bottles on my chest of drawers in my bedroom. I just have them in strategic places where I am more likely to go throughout the day, and that they will be in my direct sight. So like I'm feeling something, I'm not quite sure what it is, I'm stressed, I see a bottle of oil, I know I can immediately grab it. It's like, oh yeah, I can't forget that if it's in my direct sight. And then another way I had is just make them, like I said, make them a part of your routine. If you wake up and your diffuser is right there, you're more likely to just put it on instead of have it in another room and you're like, oh, I got to carry it. If you have coffee always in the morning, have one of your favorite oils right by the coffee maker so you can always put it on. Or you can say, oh yeah, while my coffee's brewing, I'll just take a few minutes to get ready for the day with my oils. And that's just a few. I wanted to just highlight a few things about how you can use essential oils throughout your day to cultivate peace and calm. And if anyone has any questions.
Meg, this is Stephanie. I do have one question. If I wake up one morning and I'm just really stressed out with, my child's schooling or something with my work, is there any concern with applying oils or the same oil many times throughout that day whenever I'm feeling stressed? Is that okay to do still?
Yes, whenever I need the oil, I reach for it. I can't overdo on the oil, or I can't get too much of it in. Although if I'm feeling the same way throughout the day, then I might want to just switch up the oil to a little bit, I guess it's just a different oil, or I even have a little handheld tool that kind of shows me. It's kind of like an Apple Watch. I just hold on to it and it tells me like what it is that my body is needing that I'm not getting. So like oil wise, so say I kept putting on one oil and it's not the one that I want. My body is saying it needs. I'll scan myself and it will recommend the oils or the products that would be most helpful for what it is that I'm feeling.
Awesome. Thank you. And then just to remind everyone who's on this call, we will be mailing you a complimentary peace and calming roller, oil roller, just so that you can have that at your disposal and put that into practice if you are feeling stressed or need just a little bit of help with feeling some peace and calm in your life as well. So if anyone has any additional questions, feel free to type those in at this time or go ahead and unmute yourself. But Meg, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate your time today. And we are so thankful that that you were kind of able to round out our wellness week with some physical tools that can help us too, just to kind of keep that sense of peace and calm, especially during the very unusual times that a lot of families are facing right now. So we really, really appreciate that. And if there's any questions, if anyone thinks of any questions at a later time for Meg, please reach out to me and I'm happy to pass along her information to get a hold of her. And I'm sure we'll be sending her contact information as well when we send out those rollers to you. So thank you so much. And we are so grateful for all of you and we hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.